Hello guys, welcome to BDXPA. In this video, I'll explain how to make use of MCP servers such as Streamable HTTP or SSE type of MCP servers inside your Google ADK agents. So I already have some MCP servers. So one is a SSE server and one is Streamable HTTP server. In SSE server, I do have add integers function or tool, and in Streamable HTTP server, I do have add numbers tool. So basically, inside my MCP servers, I do have these two servers. So first, let's launch these two servers before creating an agent. For that, so first we need to move into MCP servers folder, and inside it, first we need to activate the virtual environment. So then we can able to start these servers right now. So now I launched the SSE server. So along with that, I'll also launch that Streamable HTTP server. So first, let's activate this VNV. Then let's activate or let's run this Streamable HTTP server as well. Okay. So now both servers are running. Streamable HTTP server is there, MCP server, and one more, that is SSE server is also there. Now we do have these two MCP servers running and readily available now. So our task is we need to use those MCP servers in agents, any agent. So as of now, we are taking MCP client as Google ADK. So let's take an ADK agent, Google ADK agent, and let's make it as a client, and let's see how to connect these servers to that Google ADK agent and make use of these MCP servers inside that agent. Now let's create an agent initially to make use of it or to make use of these MCP servers. So how to create a Google ADK agent, sir? From google.adk.agents, we can able to import this LLM agent, and using this LLM agent, we can able to create an LLM agent, or we can able to create our agent, that is our root agent. And so to create this root agent, we must need to provide few things like name of this agent need to be provided. This agent is nothing but adder agent. And which model you are expecting to use, that model name we need to provide. So as of now, I'm expecting to use Gemini 2.5 Flash. And so we also provide some instruction, so which is something you can provide. You are a helping assistant and you are capable to add integers using MCP tools or tools you have. So like this, we provided some instruction to specify that it has some capability to, it can able to do some or it can able to do addition of integers. So that's what we just specified here. In order to make this agent work, we first need to load our .env. So how to load the .env? You can load the .env using from .env. Let's import load.env, and we need to use this. And along with this, inside this ADK agent, we need to add a .env, and here we need to specify a Google API key. So this actually you need to get it from Google AI Studio. That is that here you can able to create this API key and you can able to make use of that in your .env. In my .env, I've already placed this. Sometimes it might fail to load that particular .env. So during that time, you also need to specify the path of it. So how to specify the path, sir? From path library, you need to import path, and using this path, you can able to specify API key path. That is using this path of the current file. Path of the current file you can able to get in this file. And so .parent, it actually identifies this file path, that is this agent file path, that is to here it will identify. And in this folder itself, I have this .env. So we can able to put /.env to identify that .env. And let's make it as a path, and let's load it, or let's use this API key path here. So in this way, you can able to clearly specify where your .env is present in order to load. So now our agent is ready. Now we need to provide the tools or the MCP tools that we posted previously. Those two things we need to make use of the tools here. So how to do that, sir? So first, I'll show you how to make use of the SSE or SSE transport, or you can say SSE related MCP server. So this is MCP server which is hosted on 8001, and so I want to, like, on top of SSE transport, I want to make use of that MCP server inside this agent. So for that, how to load that? So to load any type of connection or to load any type of MCP server, Google already provides us an MCP toolset. So using this toolset only, we can able to load any type of MCP servers. So from where we can able to get these toolsets, sir? So since this is SSE tools, I'm providing the name as SSE tools to recognize it clearly. So from where we can able to get this MCP toolset? From Google ADK tools dot MCP tool. We can able to get this. From there we can able to import this MCP toolset. And to provide or to establish connection to SSE server, we need SSE connection parameters. So that actually you can specify inside this, that is connection params. Using this connection params, we can able to connect to any type of server, that may be SSE or HTTIO or Streamable HTTP. Since now we are expecting to connect with SSE connector, we need to make use of SSE connection params. So this also present inside Google ADK tools MCP tool dot MCP session manager. So here actually it is present. So inside this folder, this SSE connection params present. So using that, we can provide the URL here, that is HTTP colon or. So how do we host it on top of 00 means we need to make use of 000 HTTP colon /. So let's open our SSE server. So inside this we make use of 000. So similarly we can make use of 000 here, or we can even make it to localhost. Since currently it's a testing over local, I'm using 127.0.0.1 as of now for now. And so let me rerun this so that on top of this port will be hosted. You can see on top of this port, this SSE server will be hosted. Now let's make use of the same to connect 127.0.0.1 colon. So on top of 8001 port, it is hosted. And since it's an SSE connection, we can make use of /SSE. Okay. But in real time, if you hosted this MCP server in another server and your agent in another server, then you can make use of 0.0.0 to make. So in here, you can make use of 0.0.0 to access that particular MCP server in another VM using, so where you are hosted your MCP, that IP address. So here, now we connected with the SSE server using SSE tools. So let's run this ADK. So in order to run this ADK as well, you need to install few more requirements, that is Google-ADK. First, we need to install this. So let's activate this VNV. And let's move in. Let's install the requirements. That is this Google ADK also we are installing. This is required in order to run our Google ADK agent, which we have created just right now. So if installation takes more time, then you can make use of UV, where it actually makes the installation to be simpler. So first install UV. Basically, UV can able to use some graphical approach. It's an advanced approach compared to the pip. And then after identifying the versions, it can able to clearly install the correct one. Using UV, then pip install, and your requirements you can provide so that it can first identify which versions will be satisfied. So based on the dependencies and without conflict, then after it actually installs them. So that is how the process will be. You can see first it will resolve, then it will prepare, then it will install only specific packages. So for the future purpose, in order to avoid version conflicts, just take the versions. That's it. So if any version is not visible, then you can make use of pip show command and that particular package name in order to see the version. So basically it's a best practice in order to save the version names inside your requirements. Okay, now we do have installed the Google ADK. So now we are capable to run this ADK agent. So in order to run this agent, we first need to move into this MCP client. Then simply ADK space web is the command that we can make use of to run this particular ADK agent. We already added an SSE tool to this. So that SSE tool is over 8001. Here we can able to identify the logs for the SSE MCP server. And for ADK agent, we can able to identify the log set here. So I'm opening this. So this is our agent. So let's ask what tools you have, or directly let's ask, can you sum 3,20, 3,60? So let's see that trace. You can see one tool is called. So from our agent, this tool is called, that is add integers. This add integers where it actually present, this is actually present inside our SSE server. You can see add integers. So this is one where from our ADK agent. So from this, we can clearly say that we can able to establish the connection from Google ADK agent to SSE server. And now I also show you how to provide connectivity to your Streamable HTTP MCP server that you launched. The reason why I'm expecting to show this connection as well is, in future, as MCP announced, in future Streamable HTTP servers are there, and these SSE servers will be permanently removed. So that's why I'll show you this approach as well to connecting to this Streamable HTTP servers as well. So for that also the same way, like we first need to, for this Streamable HTTP MCP as well, for the Streamable HTTP MCP tools as well, what we require is we can make use of the same MCPToolset as previously created, and then we need to define the connection params as Streamable connection params. Streamable HTTP connection params. And in order to connect to this, since currently it is on top of 0.0.0, we need to provide our machine public IP here. Or so if we want to make use of this 127.0.0.1, we need to make use of the same while hosting this. In real time, we'll make use of 0.0.0 to connect from another VM or another server. But now for showing or for demo purpose, I'm making use of this 127.0.0.1. So inside our agent, so inside our agent, on top of port 8002, so that's why I'm making use of 8002, and we need to make use of MCP here. So this also we need to import, that is Streamable HTTP connection param. We need to import it from the same Google ADK tools, MCPToolset, MCP tool session manager. So let's stop this, or let's provide that Streamable tool here, Streamable HTTP MCP tool here, and let's stop this ADK web, and let's restart this ADK web to make use of the latest tool that we added into the ADK agent, that is Streamable HTTP tool. Let's open it again, and let's ask the same question again. Can you sum 5,69? We can able to identify the logs. So here, okay. It's actually a spelling mistake. So here we need to make use of capital TTP. HTTP will be capital here. Now let's rerun this. So it is run. Now let's ask the same question. Add these two numbers, 3,49. Now you can see it called add numbers function, and so we got the sum. So where actually our add numbers function is present, this add numbers function actually present inside our Streamable HTTP server, that is add numbers. For SSE, what do we have? Add integers. Since now we are using this Streamable HTTP tool only inside our agent, we can able to connect with the specific tools which are present inside that MCP server. So in this way, we can able to provide. So these lines are very important up to here. These actually make use of to connect to the MCP servers, which may be SSE server or Streamable HTTP server. So in order to provide connection between them, we need MCPToolset, which we need to import it from Google ADK tools MCP tool. And to define the connectivity, we need to import specific connection params like SSE or Streamable HTTP connection params from Google ADK tools MCP tool MCP session manager. And so once we get the SSE tools or Streamable HTTP tools from our MCPToolset and SSE connection params or Streamable HTTP params, we just need to make use of them inside our tools, inside our agent, so that our agent can make use of those MCP server tools. In this way, we can able to connect between our Google ADK agents and the MCP servers, either it may be SSE or Streamable HTTP. For real-time production purpose, it is recommended to make use of Streamable HTTP MCP server. The reason is MCP providers are already suggesting to make use of Streamable HTTP MCP servers, because the old or the SSE connections or SSE MCP servers will no longer be provided, or that services will be revoked in future. So this is all about this video. I hope you understood how to connect MCP servers, either it may be SSE or Streamable HTTP, with our Google ADK agent and make use of that agent. I hope this video is useful and you got some knowledge on this video. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye guys.